Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon with me, LuckyLoremaster, here at the Luckmore Estate. Okay, so let's go out and have a nice veteran mission here. We don't have anyone who's quite up to legendary status, but we could definitely take some people on a higher level mission. Or we could take out some people that are in the first grade of this experience level. Let's see. We should definitely get some upgrades before we do anything. And make a decent team out of it. Making a decent team out of it is probably the first thing we should do. Alright, do we have any fun veteran missions that we need to do? We do have a Slay the Boss. We could go after the Necromancer. We do have a Slay the Boss. We could go after the Hag. And we do have a Slay the Boss. We could go after the Swine King. Wow, we actually have a lot of choices here. So let's take a look. Other than just, portraits and crests and gold, we could also get a Guardian Shield. It's for the Man-at-Arms. It gives him protection if he's in position 4, bonus heals received if in position 4, and it gives him dodge if he's in position 4. So that's the Man-at-Arms build where it actually encourages you to use him like a commander, where he just basically goes around buffing everyone up rather than actually fighting, which is a decent item. And not a bad way to use him. Alright, the Martyr Seal gives you additional, huge amount of damage at death's door, 9% crit chance at death's door, and 12% death blow resistance, at -2 dodge, but you're basically playing with fire at death's door. Yeah, you resist being killed and you do crazy damage when you're in death's door, but you could lose your character at any time. Neat idea, but I don't like it. Alright, and that's veteran, claim relics, and the Necromancer we could get a focus ring, which is accuracy and crit at the expense of dodge. I think that's actually the most interesting choice, really. Yeah, and so with that in mind, I definitely want to take people that are good at taking out the Necromancer, because I don't think... Maybe we could go after the Swine King. Protection and dodge in the back, and he would just basically go around buffing everyone. How much would that actually really work? Alright, so he's all the way in the back. He's a tough guy. Alright, he wouldn't be able to use his melee skills back there in position 4. He would just basically be able to guard people and issue command and bolsters. So give people ace, accuracy and crit, dodge and speed. He would guard people who basically need health, and then he wouldn't be able to use any of his other attacks unless he was shuffled forward. I'm kind of conflicted about that. I can see its potential, but I'm not really digging it. So, yeah, I think Focus Ring is probably something that would be a better thing for us to try to get. So I think that's what we're going to go for. So, let's make a party of veterans that can deal with that then. Alright, Necromancer. Let's see, Alexander would definitely be a good choice. We're going to be going against undead. Dominique would be good for shooting at the enemies as they try to retreat. Melly would be good for throwing her blight daggers. Or blight darts, I mean. And Nika would be good as a fighter, so would Bertram. So would David. I think Nika would probably be a good use here. Alternatives would be Bertram or David. Yeah, I think this is actually the party we'll want to go with right there. That's pretty solid. Alright, now that we have our people picked out, let's go make sure they have the proper upgrades. And actually, an easy way to do this is sort by activity, which puts all of our active heroes that are going to go on the adventure up here. We can then upgrade them correspondingly. Wow, why is this so expensive relative to this? I don't know about that. Alright, we can get some upgrades here. That's good. So, we can potentially give them even more unlocks for their skills. The question is we really want to do that? It's going to cost us a damn pretty penny to do it. I mean, freaking 4,000. God, that's expensive. He must have a discount because of one of his... What is it? Yeah, he has Weapon Tinkerer and makes it cheaper. We might as well take advantage of that while we have it. Improve his weapon, and then we'll just kind of leave everything else as is. I think the people are actually tough enough, as they are right now, that they should be able to deal with it. I don't want to blow all our money just as soon as we get it. So, then let's take a look at our skills here. We have any skills that we need handling? That's going to be important. If it bleeds and bleed out are not going to be important here. Just basically the direct damage hits. Breakthrough, that'll be of worth. We definitely need to freaking save up in order to get these, the instructor skill unlocks. That's definitely got to happen sooner rather than later. Barbaric Yelp, more like Adrenaline Rush, I'd say. Alright, Melee. Wow, you don't have any of your skills upgraded. That's crazy. Alright, we gotta fix that situation. We're gonna be using Flashing Dagger. Probably pick to the face. We're definitely gonna be using the Bleeding Darts, or the Blight Darts, I should say. Thrown Dagger, good. Dominique. Oh wow, we're so behind with some upgrades, it's nuts. Alright, we definitely want Sniper Shot. Definitely want Mark. Bandaging is always good as a backup. And Bola might be good for the front row rather than Blind Fire, but Blind Fire can be shot from anywhere if we get Party Shuffled. Let's use Bola for a change. Not bad. And then finally Alexander, who also is sorely lacking upgrades. Okay, we're going to definitely be using Collect Bounty and Mark. Flashbang and finish him. That'll do. Okay, I didn't spend too much there. Alright, good. Let's embark. Alright, let's take a look at our characters here and give them the proper items that they're going to need. You are going to be our healer, so we definitely need to give you stuff that gives you heal skills. So, she should be boosted up to a decent healing with those trinkets. Alright, Melee, she's going to be all about the big damage. Some dodge and accuracy for her range skills. Light skill chance is going to be fantastic, because that's actually part of how she's going to be attacking the enemies. Let's see, huge damage on melee skills for Alexander. That's awesome. And this gives him crit and accuracy, but doubles his food consumption. Yeah, that's fine, actually. I don't mind that. Alright, Melee, we're definitely going to bump up her, or I should say Nika, we're going to bump up her hit points. Something fierce, yeah, just to make sure she's as tanky as she can be. It's alright if she's a little bit slower. And abilities, let's take a look. Suppressing Fire, Blind Fire, Bandaging. I think we were going to go with Bola. Suppressing Fire, let's go with Mark instead. As for Melee, you're going to be doing the Flashing Daggers, the Thrown Daggers, Poison Darts. We're going to need Toxins? I don't think we're going to need Toxins that much. What about Pick to the Face? And that's in case the enemy gets to the front row. That might be a good way to do bonus damage. Collect Bounty Mark for Death, Flashbang, and Finish Him are great combos. Yep, I think this is good. Wicked Hack and Iron Swan, Breakthrough, and Adrenaline Rush. Good, I like this. Got the right abilities, got the right trinkets. Let's go. Alright. Bonus one of these, bonus one of these. Anti-Venom, not going to need it. Medicinal Herbs, okay. Take a couple of keys, a couple of Holy Waters, all the food we can, and then just some torches, and we should be fine. How much? Let's take that many torches. Good to go.
I entertained a delegation of experts from overseas, eager to plumb the depths of their knowledge and share with them certain techniques and alchemical processes I had found to yield wondrous and terrifying results. Having learned all I could from my visiting guests, I murdered them as they slept.
Why did you do that? That doesn't seem like a very good thing to do as a host.
A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
Well, you know, if you hadn't murdered him, maybe he wouldn't be haunting the halls, but whatever. Wow, this is a very simple and straightforward shot to where the Necromancer is, so we know right where to expect him. Who was our best trap person? Probably Melly. Well done, Melly. On we go. And what do we have here? Decorative urn. I know that holy water actually can be helpful here. Let's use that.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. A decent spread of enemies. Let's make sure they feel appreciated. Oh, okay, that's a good start. Oh man, don't pull it to the front. Okay, good. Dodged. Alright, tempting goblin's gotta go. I hate that frickin' ability. I hate the frickin' courtier for using it. So let's focus on totally annihilating these bastards. In fact, let's make sure they both lose their next turn. Oh, he's right in front. I love that. We're just a sitting duck now. That makes me happy. Okay, well, first off, let's use Iron Swan to get rid of her.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
God, that makes me feel good. Alright, sniper shot. Maybe we can finish this guy off.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Oh, he's not stunned anymore, so I won't get the bonus. Now I feel bad.
Decimated.
No, I don't. I feel great. Pardon my reach, says Melly. Oh, yeah. I think getting those upgrades, even though it was kind of expensive, is definitely worth it, because this team is not having any troubles right now. So it does knockback, but not really any stun. Alright, it's a solid hit. Oh, come on, we're not bleeding that badly.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Heirlooms? Heirlooms mean keys. Okay, well, we have to make room already.
The light. The promise of safety.
So we're going to put these here. Valuables will go there, and we'll put that there. Perfect. What do we have waiting for us here? Curios, traps, curios, and traps. Well, at least we know what to expect.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I guess we're getting rid of these low-value items here, just to make it easier to pile up the gold. Traps, please. Thank you, Millie. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in this team. I think this team is definitely going to give the Necromancer what for. Hopefully he doesn't have any scary new abilities here in Veterancy, but I really have a sneaking suspicion that he does. They definitely seem like they want to give higher level teams a harder time of it, despite their increased power and skill.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Expecting a bit more than that. Okay, locked display cabinet. Okay.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Well, it's really piling up in short order.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
It looks like we got double food consumption thanks to that trinket that we put on Alexander here. So we'll just have to deal with that. Ooh, Bone Commander, that's nasty. We're not used to him. Backed up by Marksman. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Alright, what do we want to do? I think probably getting rid of the marksman, because they're just gonna keep stacking on way more damage than we're really ready to deal with. So, focusing down a marksman is a good first priority, I think. Especially if they're just going to keep shooting down the nade.
Reeling, about to break.
That definitely needs to come to a stop.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Good. Rushing. What did you debuff him with? Less stun resistance. Well, you can't do much here, but you can do this. And that means he's in trouble. Because we're gonna make mincemeat out of him. But does he have protection? He does have protection. Oh, I hate that. Alright, Stone Dagger. Definitely gonna have our ranged people work on these Arbalists. Yep. Keep hacking away. Oh, you're gonna feel this one. Oh, God. I love that mark damage. It's so satisfying. Yeah, you gotta go away now. Oh, man, it was so close to getting rid of him. Oh, what's this?
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Well, that's bad. Yeah, that's real bad. That's all kinds of badness.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I really wish you'd hit harder than that, Nika. That hurts. Wow, they're really bringing out the pain this time. This Bone Commander just takes so much abuse.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. I guess we're tossing the bandages. Oh dear. Oh, there goes all our health. No, we could have used some health. Holy Fountain. Holy Fountains are nice, aren't they? Yeah, Holy Fountains are nice. Not quite nice enough to restore all of our health, but, you know, they do some good. Guess we're just gonna have to soldier on here. Or just use torches that we find.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Now these I do know medicinal herbs can clean out.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Man, really? Get rid of the anti-venom. And I'm gonna take the cress. They're definitely more valuable than that. And onyx, frankly, I think we're more likely to find gold, so we're gonna take the gold. They're definitely stacking up on the items before we even get to the boss. And we're getting 2 fights in a row. That sucks. Hopefully we can take them down fast. Twitching maggots and spiders that have crazy dodge. You need to start bandaging while you have the opportunity, so let's start with yourself. Oh, you can't. Okay, let's start with Alexander then. And you need to go.
Be gone, fiend.
There we go. No problems now. Well, thankfully getting some lucky dodges here. That will help quite a bit.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
What are 2 portraits worth? I'd say they're worth getting rid of in a medicinal herb, sadly, but it's true. It is true. On we go. Well then, we're not touching that then. Oh well. Ooh, look at all these feathers. That nonsense needs to come to an end right now. Definitely gonna have our ranged specialists focus on getting rid of that guy and this lady in the back before all that stress damage gets out of control. Oh man, not damage like that. Alright, here we go. Let's do some flashing daggers here.
Obliterated.
Wow. Okay, well, one enemy we don't have to deal with. How about we axe you in the face?
Destroyed.
Well done, Alexander. Called your bluff, friend. And now it's just you lot. Well, Alexander's the one bleeding, so I guess he gets the bandages. That seems reasonable. Ah, so close to taking her out, too. And of course she gets to go first. But we can dodge. How dodgy is she? Freaking 30 dodge. That's what does it. That's the solution. I like this pick to the face. I think it definitely does what it needs to do. Let's spread that healing buff around, get people in fantastic shape, and then kill this guy. So close to taking him out. Oh well. 5 damage. Man, they're really stacking that bleed hardcore too. Let's do a roar just to get some hit points back and to get buffed up. Hopefully we can get a bandaging before... God damn it, of course. Let's do a mark on him. Try to trick the game into thinking, oh, that's totally what we're doing. Nah, we're just trying to cheese out some heals so he doesn't bleed too much. Once this fight is over, we can't cheese it anymore though.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Can anyone else use a portrait? Not really.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
What do I want to do with this? I guess we're just leaving it. There's nothing really I want to drop. Who needs hit points? Actually you do. There we go. Oh, and it actually cured the bleeding. Wow. That is sweetness right there. And there goes the last of our shovels. I don't know what the decorative urn is going to do. Maybe we'll dig around and find out. Sentimental gifts.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Rubies are definitely worth more. Alright, we got some more feeding in, and we got another empty space. God, we're making out like bandits. Absolutely. We'll be able to rest in this room, and hopefully it won't be too bad. Books are a risk. How about you, Melly? You only have necromania as a problem. Take a look and see what you find in this nice stack of books. Or you could burn them. Let's read them. Desiccated and unremarkable. Nothing exciting there. Oh, look at these fellows. Oh, they got a surprise on us. Damn it. And here comes the stress. The stress that most definitely needs to go. Whose turn do we want to remove? His. Alright, no stun for him. How about we pick you in the face?
Eradicated.
Well done, Ellie. Can we bandage one of you? I can bandage you. There you go. And we can chop you into little bits. Not in one turn, mind you, but we can work our way up to it.
Annihilated.
Like so. Looking a tad wan, friend. Wan being a fairly archaic word for weak. Yeah, let's keep the stun train going. Good way to make use of Alexander's skill there while he's in the back. And keep the aggression up on the enemies, which is always a good thing. There we go. I like that. And you've lost your turn, and you are most certainly dead.
trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Alright, time to reorganize. You go there, and you go here. There we go. Perfect. And new friends. And a gargoyle. We don't see these things very often. Throne dagger in order to get rid of the enchantress. Alright, got her most of the way down. And sure enough, they're trying to focus on Dominique. I am not liking that behavior. And sure enough, Nika's already lost her turn. Could we actually get a decent hit in order to finish this guy off? We might. Unfortunately not. Not quite good enough. And here comes the bleeding. You know what we want to do here.
Impressive.
Oh, get that sweet, sweet stress relief. And finish this guy off.
Back to the pit.
Come to collect. Well, what's left are the bleeder fellows, and they're going to get their swings, and that's all they're really going to get before they die. Because it's time to bring the pain train back in town. Well, actually, this will cure her blight and bleed. And it'll cure a few hit points, too, so... problem solved. Oh, darn, I was hoping that would kill it. It doesn't matter, though, because apparently we're just going to dodge all their attacks. We don't really have much to worry about here. We picked the face. Man, that hit so hard. 4 damage. Yeah, I think we'll be just fine. Bandaging for Alexander, I think. Be a good choice here. And then for Nika after that. This team, it's so hard. I love it.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
What do we got here? Poisoned herb for the plague doctor. Lots of blight skill chance at the expense of hit points. Nope. None of that. Let's just give it a try. It's a trapped. Fool me once. Just 2 more rooms before we finally get there. Feels like this has been a real gauntlet. I don't know, Nika. Maybe you'll find something fun. Nope. Dull and uninteresting books. And something we're definitely not touching without something to take care of it. And we're going to be getting in a fight here. Oh. I don't want stress, so I'm going to burn up the last torches.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
8 and 8. Solid damage to both of them. I like it. Man, they just can't leave up on Dominique with stress. I am not happy about that. I'm gonna make sure they don't get the upper. Damn it. Oh, well, apparently all the stress treatment is going on her. Iron Spawn. You're not safe. Now we just have you. Yeah, we're not intimidated by that damage. In fact, we're gonna...
A decisive pummeling.
Wow. That's so sweet. Just to make sure the next person to finish you off gets a big old nasty hit on you. Oh, darn, it wasn't quite enough. But this will be.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
8 accuracy, 1 crit, uncommon, 2 uncommon trinkets. Wow, that is really rare. I think I'm going to ditch the onyx and actually take both of these trinkets. As for the gold, gosh, I just don't have any room for it. There's nothing really less valuable that I'd want to drop. So I guess we're just going to have to leave it. It's a shame. That's what's going on.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
I have extra busts at the very least that we can carry. And we've got a fight, and a fight, and a fight, and a fight, and a fight. Isn't that great? Oh, it's just never-ending fights. And we have a ghoul. I'll let you want to bet this is going to be a virtue check no matter how hard we try to kill this thing before it really gets to do anything. Let's get rid of the bleeder friend.
Masterfully executed.
Wow. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work just fine. 6 damage, a bleed, and a debuff. Probably to less bleed. More dodge and more stress. Oh, nice. Alright, how about we chop you in the face?
A powerful blow.
That'll work. That'll do quite nicely, actually. Yeah, let's go for the mark. Let's go for the mark. That'll give rid of some of his protection. And then we can really make him pay. Solid hit. And thrown dagger. Oh, we're so close to getting him killed. Yeah, this'll do it.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
And we can't take any more of this either. Oh, man, that's depressing. Lock display cabinet, it's probably going to be trapped. Unless we can smash it with a shovel or unlock it, we can't do anything, so we're just going to walk away. In we go. Ooh, what a spread. Well, we know where this is going. Ah, darn. I was hoping for just a little bit more. Well, she doesn't have any stress, so I'm not worried there. Melly can take all kinds of stress right now. In fact, we're just going to make sure that you're gone. And then, I suppose it'd probably be a good idea to start marking off the ones that need their protection removed. Yeah, that'll help a lot. Alexander can mark and then decimate the ones that need to go down. Damn, frickin' crossbow people. Alright, let's respond in kind. And here comes more axe blades. Oof, thankfully dodged. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna try to finish this guy off. So close. So close. Damn, he was... How fast are these crossbowmen? Fucking 6 speed, that's ridiculous. Alright, well, it's time to hurt these guys. A little bit works. Okay, well, the archer's taken care of. Now it's just collecting the bounty. Ooh, I love that. Quick dodge. Nothing too scary there. Alright, damage. Thankfully not too dangerous. What can we do here? Pick to the face. Perfect. Just the right amount of damage. And let's start bandaging up poor Nika, because she's getting pretty hurt here. And, in fact, actually some adrenaline rush would be good. Get her some hit points back. Bandage her up so she can hit even harder on this thing. In fact, let's see if we can stun it? Well, why not? We'll stun it, or... Yeah, well, we didn't get a knockback. We did get a stun. Which made it waste its turn, which I'd love to see. Poison darts are probably the best bet here because of all the crazy resistances these things have. We're going to be doing 4 damage a round. That's pretty good. We're going to do a mark. So hopefully that our other heroes will be able to get some decent hits here. 9 damage, that's solid. And we'll do some more bandaging here. You gotta get her fixed back up. Four damage, unfortunately, but we're doing alright. I think we can pull out from this situation. By that I mean take care of everything and not have to worry. Yeah, 8 damage, he's dead from blight. We can just literally just heal ourselves. I don't know. Hit you in the face. Goodbye. Huh.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Well, sadly, not really worth taking either. Any of this stuff, too. Stinks, but that's just how it goes. That's a nice item, though. This thing actually buffs people, so let's take a rest with the firewood.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
This is the last food we're gonna need, hopefully. We're gonna feed a little bit extra to you. Get your hit points up. And now let's try to get stress dealt with. I think Gallows Humor is gonna be worth it. And unfortunately, it backfires, and Dominique is now more stressed. Figures. Alright, so I guess we'll focus on buffs then. We could just triage to make people feel better. She can't encourage herself, sadly. I suppose doing some crazy buffs would probably be good. Yeah, definitely Battle Trance. And this is how we do it would probably be good. And then somebody can do Pep Talk. Pep Talk, and hopefully that's enough to keep Dominique out of Crazyville. And we'll go from there. Hopefully we won't get jumped in our sleep. Yeah, it's scary, but we'll be fine.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Of course there's an ambush, and we're shuffled. Whatever, we don't need more stress. This guy has to go. Ah, darn, I was hoping to kill him on the first hit. If Dominique does come to a stress test, I really hope that she makes her virtue check successfully. The odds are not in our favor, but gosh, wouldn't it be swell. Alright, flashbang for you. I don't want him to get his next turn. And that should make him easier for other people to hit as well. There we go. Problem dealt with. Alright, well, let's make it easier for people to kill these assholes, so marking the target. Check out those pro pointless skills, yo. Stumbling Scratch does not sound particularly effective. Yeah, we're gonna hurt you guys. Real bad. Just like so. In fact, we're gonna mark both of you. To make sure you both die horrible, horrible deaths. And, yep, you're gonna die. Oh, so close to the kill. So close. And some minor bleed, but a pain in the ass. And we have one little bit of extra damage to do before. Nope, he's gonna get his last hit. And he's probably gonna cause more bleed. Oh, thankfully I resist. Son of a bitch. That was damage we didn't need.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Alright, well, what are we gonna do? That's how it rolls. Let's get this crazy buff. In fact, I think I'm gonna put it on our heavily injured, dodge and protection. Heavily injured melee in order to protect her, and we'll get everybody back in a decent position. No, you need to go here. There we go. Hopefully this hallway will be relatively quiet. Wow, that didn't last. Oh my goodness. Here comes the virtue check. Fearful.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
Damn it. Well, let's make sure we show him just how much we appreciate that kind of behavior. Goddamn madman. You know, she really doesn't need more stress, so you can just stop with that right now. He needs to move up, no matter what. He needs to move forward so he can get big damage done.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
No, they won't be flying anyone. In fact, we'll be taking care of them as soon as we get some initiative here. This was not the fight we needed just before rest, too. God, fucking damn it. It pisses me off. I'm gonna do a breakthrough. And, of course, you miss every single one. That's amazing. Okay.
A devastating blow.
Thank you, Millie. That was muchly needed. You are going to be getting bandaging very soon. Wow, she actually resisted the push. It's pretty surprising, all told. Yeah, we need to focus damage on Mrs. Stress back here. Mrs. Stress needs to go away. That's actually more important than anything else. Now that that's dealt with, we can focus on bandaging people. God, so much bleed. I am really starting to hate these gladiators so much. More than so many other creatures. Alright, let's just shuffle forward again. I don't really want to lower her damage with breakthrough, so this is probably the better choice.
Well struck.
Wow. Melly has just been the star hitter today. We need to make sure that she is well protected. I was really hoping she could do some more healing for this fight.
This expedition at least promises success.
Doesn't look like we're gonna be so lucky. Anyone want to read any cool books? Oh, we found a map. A worthless map that'll tell us, yes, this is where the boss is. So sadly, all we have is a bunch of treasure, 2 very injured people, and a healer who can only heal one person at a time and who's super stressed and may skip their turn. God, that fucking sucks. Well, let's make the best of this. If things go shitty, we run.
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
Oh, isn't he interesting? Let's start with some poison darts, because bleed and blight are still his weaknesses. The blight's working. That I'd like to see. Does he have protection? No, he doesn't. Well, that's good to see. I'm 6 feet under. Oh, no damage there, thankfully. But plenty of stress. Don't skip your turn. Oh, this is not the time. I think we just need to focus big damage right away. Just to try to hack him down so he doesn't have a chance to do anything useful. Poison darts non-stop. The clawing dead. Ooh. Alright, well, definitely bandages on poor Melly here. She's getting way too low to be considered safe. We can still get... Gosh, could we stun him? What's our chances on that? 144. They're not bad. It's basically a coin flip. I don't want him to actually get too far back, though. So it might be best just to freaking kill off the weak ones as they pop out.
Precision and power.
Yeah, especially when that happens. That's very helpful. So we want to keep our him close enough that we can do big damage to him like this. Oh, that's satisfying. And that blight makes me happy. Yeah, it's a stress race, alright. Yeah, I'm sure he's He's got all kinds of dead friends for us, but we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to keep that freaking plate coming all day long. Oh, that was not as strong as it should have been. Still, we gotta keep hit points up, just because these area of effect abilities could really screw with us. Please don't get knocked back or stunned. Alright, oh god, they got both. And yeah, he might get to the back row, and that's bad. Because I think when he gets, I'm not sure about this, when he gets to the back row, things like he gets other abilities, which really suck. Got the poison darts going, we gotta keep that light high, because that's one of the only steady damage sources we have at this point. Beyond my range, are you gonna pass? You don't pass, good. Alright, let's make sure we get rid of... Well, how much would Bola do? Bola would get rid of this one, and damage that one. Alright, that's pretty good. Shuffles him forward, I do like to see that. Can't do collect a bounty, but we can actually try to do a finish him. That's not bad. Let's try that. Or no, actually. If we're going to be able to really make this work, we got to mark him so the others can just completely plow through this guy. That's going to be more important. Well, here comes the X-Blade. Thankfully, not too much damage.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Yeah, we really don't need to focus on the negative there, Dominic. I know you're stressed out. Okay, a lot of people are getting real close to, yeah, that was not a good time to pass your turn. That was a bad time to do that. Alright, let's try to pick off some weak ones there. This one can definitely get knocked out. Or maybe we should try to focus on maybe a pick to the face against this guy. God, what's giving? They have protection too? Look, that's nuts. God, that's absolutely insane. Alright, we have to try to trim these guys down. We don't have really any other choice. We just have to make progress on this. Alright, that's one down. Yeah, because their graveyard slashes and their axe blades are going to start adding up if we are not careful about this. Alright. Oh, it's not going to do nearly enough. Let's try an Iron Swan to hit him in the back. Oh, that's pretty good. Definitely felt that one. He's feeling the blight still. The flesh is willing.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Well, Alexander's on death's door. One last throw of the dice. Nika makes a resolve check. She's now masochistic.
Those who covet injury find it in no short supply.
Yeah, but we don't want that, you see, because it's bad. It's very bad. Very, very, very bad. Well, she didn't pass her turn, so thankfully we're able to get him off death's door. Hooray. But now we're starting to lose out on a damage source. Alexander making his resolve check. Vigorous! Finally, we got somebody who made it.
Adversity can foster hope and resilience.
Feel good. Feel like killing. That's a positive attitude. Let's keep that Iron Swan going. I mean, if we're not going to be able to really plow these guys down, well, maybe we should just try to freaking break through these assholes. That was pretty good. Got one down. Gosh, what can you do here? Maybe you can just stop him from taking turns. Let's try it. That's good. I can get away with that. Can definitely go without nasty turns from him. Bell tolls for us all. Axe blade. Oh, damage. Nasty, nasty damage. Okay. Let's keep the poison darts going. Make sure we get rid of him. Alright, light is stacking up again. Steady 8 damage, that's doing us good. We're definitely not going to be able to stun him again. Maybe we can do a finish him on this guy.
A a singular strike.
There we go. Now we're moving him forward. He's only got this stupid frickin' bulwark left. What to do with the heals on Nika? I'm really worried that her health is getting so low. If you seek blood, then blood you shall have. And she's marking herself because right now she's a little bit impaired. Psychologically. But that's okay. We'll definitely get her treated for that. Axe Blade? Dodged. Well done, Alexander. Okay, what are we going for? Nothing will stop me. Wow, he's vigorous. He actually heals himself. That is sweet. Let's try to get rid of this one. Finally. No more goons at his disposal. I like that. Alright, so he's going to get one out of this. Thankfully, it's not a very strong one. Yeah, you know what? You can keep the blight going. Everybody else will focus on getting rid of that guy. Please don't go crazy. Alright, there we go. We still have an option. You know what? Just shoot him. 7 damage is not bad. That definitely helps. Can we actually kill this guy in a single hit? Probably not, but maybe if we get a crit. Okay, unfortunately not. Bloody cakewalk. I wouldn't call it that, Alex, but, you know, that's what you want to say. It's okay. Maybe we can do a finish him. 20% chance to crit, why not? Alright, not quite, but 12 damage is really good. In fact, let's try to pile it on and kill him off before he's able to do anything else. 7 damage, sweet. 8 damage, oh, he's down to 12. I like it, I like it. Ooh. More will surely follow, there's no doubt about that. Okay. Breakthrough? Okay, got rid of one, dealt solid damage to him. The blight is going to kill him. The blight will kill him. Ah, darn, it wasn't enough to get rid of his minion. You know what, you're dealt with. We're just going to watch you die of blight. And laugh. Point. Goodbye, Necromancer.
Even reanimated bones can fall. Even the dead can die again.
It would seem that way. Swift Cloak, plus 2 speed, negative 20 move resist, not very good. Dark Bracer, plus 5 crit, plus 5 dodge, negative 10 damage if torch is high. So more crit and dodge if the torch is low. Do we even have anything of low value that we can get rid of? These are uncommon, and these are uncommon. So, no. No, we don't. Okay then. Well done, team. Off we go. That was crazy. Okay, so over 15,000 gold, and a whole lot of crests and busts, and that sweet, sweet focus ring. Man, look at all this stuff. I am surprised that it really became this profitable, but for such a medium-length mission, too. But, hey, no complaints. Man, this stuff is just piling up. 48 crests. Wow, 4 people going up to level 4. And it looks like Nika is right on the edge there. What do we got? Wasting Sickness. Ooh. Cove Adventurer. Oh, that's okay. We replaced its stress faster. Yeah. Auto-Menatophobia. More stress damage against humans from melee. Dark Temptation. Prone to investigating the dark arts. And Wheel Tactician. Ooh. And we've got someone who's masochistic and fearful. Damn. Well, all told, that wasn't so bad. Took care of the Necromancer. The team was able to hold their own.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Despite the fact that they were going in, perhaps a bit too injured to really call it safe. Beth has achieved constant calm, and now she's calm. Less damage on the first round. Got rid of her stress. Stan and Mickey are feeling strong and powerful after challenging the Flash. Sweet, strong, 20 plus 20% damage. That is freaking amazing. I love that stuff. I love it when stuff gives you quirks like that. The advantageous quirks, I mean. In fact, I love it so much, I think I'm actually going to send people way down here. What? What will you do? Oh, God, you only will drink. Oh, I hate Tippler so much. I will literally just put her to deal with Tippler, and then I'll have her treated later. 6,000 gold? I don't care. Tippler, oh fuck, I hate this stuff where it restricts what stress relief you can give. It drives me absolutely nuts. And you managed to pick up a disease? Wasting sickness? Fine, okay, these two will deal with quirks and diseases, and then I suppose next week they'll be able to deal with their stress, because it's definitely not going to be this week. Frickin' hell. Alright, Alexander, you can deal with some meditation. And Melly is really stressed out. Thankfully not afflicted. So you're going to go to the penance hall. There we go. Not bad. Stressed out people are being dealt with. Ben third and Beth the second still have to catch up to level 3 with the others. In fact, that's really what we're going for next, because everybody else, the other 15 are, the other duplicates are, other friends who are there to help train people up if they get, unfortunately killed. And, yeah, because let's take a look, even with the veterans thing we added, we're getting one person at the top who comes in at, like, rank 1? That frickin' sucks. That is not really all that useful. So you still probably need a good reserve of people in order to train people up to decent levels again. So that's something to take into consideration. So next it's going to be just trying to get Ben and Beth back up there, and anyone else who can help them on that process will do so. Cool. Alright, well, let's strip the trinkets and then call it a day, I'd say. Well done, team. Well done, team. Hopefully more good things will result out of this. Did get a lot of sexy portraits. Unfortunately, I still don't think it's quite enough to make the guild just what we were looking for. Yeah, we actually still need 5 more portraits. And that stuff adds up. However, we do have a crap load of bus. Gosh, what can we do here with those bus? Well, if we wanted to, we could upgrade both of these. That probably wouldn't be a bad choice. I don't know what else. The Abbey's the only other place that bus I think are really appreciated. Yeah, it would be 15 regardless of what we chose. Well, I don't know, we'll hold on for now. And then we'll pick up from next time. Continue getting our heroes raised up, making progress where progress is to be had. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. This is a good time for me to stop. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.